Oh yeah, little something a little different. If I sound stuffy, I'm sorry. Fighting a sinus infection. It's kicking my butt. But anyway, so I got some parts here that I wanted to share with you because I just think this is the coolest thing. I haven't seen anybody else make something uh, like this. So on this deal here, y'all already know that I'm running dual parachutes, obviously. So that means I built my parachute mount and I need the dual hooks for the parachutes. And this vehicle right here, even though it's going to have a really small radiator, it's still going to be pushed to the start line and pulled back. I like having water to help cool things down and keep the valve seats in the heads. So although we're still going to push it back and forth and stuff, I need a way to push it. So what I'll come across here, and I'm going to show you. I don't know if y'all can tell by the box. Good old Hammer Concepts. They make a dual parachute mount. And when I tell you this thing is cool, I mean, it is cool. So I'm just going to kind of roughly hold it together. It needs to be, you got to weld it out and stuff. But, there you go. Check that out, okay? And you see the holes in the middle? It comes with the pin, the quick connect pin, to put your push bar directly in the center of these deals, okay? And like I said, it even includes the push pin. If y'all ever bought these, you know that these are expensive by themselves. This kit is priced right, I promise y'all. I just think it's cool. Not only does it look dang good, it's so practical, man. Just having the pin holes right there built in between them to hook up your pusher vehicle that's cool. So I wanted to share that with y'all. And also I told you I needed some more caps, 4130 caps, to cap off some of the ends of the tubes. Yeah, so I just gotta weld this out and have a little welding party. Weld this deal out, and yeah, we can mark another thing off. But anyway, I just want to show y'all that right there. That's super sick to me. Oh, wireless TIG pedal from Primeweld. Works amazing. I am a big fan of that. Made it extremely nice. What else? I think there was something else. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, that's about all I can think of right now. So I'm gonna get this lift lowered back down because we got the little four-wheelers in here that I was fixing a few things on out. So I'm gonna lower this down, and we're gonna have to get right back on some ribbon strips and stuff, and get ready to start cutting out carbon and stuff to put in those panels. But like I said, as you can hear, I'm fighting a sinus infection. So I ain't gonna lie, I've been going a little bit slow, which it's okay, it happens. So I think I'm on the upside of it, downside, one of the sides of it. That's getting better. So that's a good thing. Like I said, we have parts. I have plenty of stuff to do. Yeah. Anyway, as always, let's go. something exciting. Came in the shop. As you've seen, started welding out these ribbon strips. My sinuses are still all jacked up, but I'm trying to push through it. Made a template, and got another piece of carbon there, dude. Freaking looking good. So now we need to do this piece here, and then I'm gonna figure out what I'm doing for here, and then there'll be a piece right here. You see the Zeus tabs here, because my dry sump tank is actually gonna sit right here, and I want to be able to access the bottom of it. So I'll probably do like a remote drain to where I can drain the dry sump when I'm changing the oil and stuff, like out the bottom of the bed or something easy to get to. So just trying to be practical, but yeah, getting little pieces of carbon cut. It's looking like a race car. I mean, a lot of guys leave the bed open. Like I said, I don't want it to be a big parachute. I want to keep the air flowing. So I'll show you here. You can kind of see what it'll. See how it flows? It's just, the air's just gonna flow out of here, and then there'll be a piece that'll go flat across here. So in theory, it worked. That's what we're going for. All right. Told you we were gonna put this in. So we did. So now the front and the back is in. Okay. I need to set the bedside back on. I got it sitting over there. We're gonna get it put back on here, so I can figure out the bracing from here down to that corner, because I'm gonna match the contour of the bed. That's probably just gonna be 1/4 inch right there. It's just something to attach carbon to, so it's no need to add crazy weight. It's not gonna be anything magical. So let's keep going. All right, we're back. We got Cody, the man with the plan, and his name's not Stan. You know what I mean? I'm gonna flip this camera around. I'm gonna show y'all what we got going on here. We're still doing the carbon in the back of the truck, but I'm just gonna go over a few little tips and tricks that I'm doing, or how I'm gonna do it anyway. It might help you, might not. I'm gonna show you anyway. So let me flip the camera around. All right, so we have some 1/4 inch chromoly right here, and just like I've talked about before, this is my trusty 1/8 inch filler wire for like TIG welding. Like I said, I got a bunch of this from an old welder. It's been exposed to the weather. It's junk. It's not something I would actually use. Plus, I don't really ever need something that big, but it does work great for forming. So I'm gonna show you what we got going on here. So I need to basically create a support from this lower to right here, okay? So I'm trying to do two things. Now you get the idea. This allowed me to form a shape and length and everything I need to make a template. So this is what I'm doing. Remember, I'm gonna have a rubber seal around this whole bedside right here to seal this up. But this will allow me to have a flat sheet of carbon right here as well. And then this one down here is gonna be a 1/4 turned in piece of carbon, because our oil dry sump is going right here, our oil tank. Before y'all jump in the comments, I already know it won't work, all that other stuff, we'll see. So, like I said, I just want to show you a little tip trick how I do it. Here's the TIG wire, and then I'm gonna use a little manual bender, like a little brake line bender for this 1/4 inch. It actually works really well. I think this is 049, something like that, but it bends really well. Like, you don't need a big expensive pair of benders. I know how to mount. This is nothing special. This is a blue point right here, and the reason I got this is because warranty, okay? But that's it. That's all you need right there. Nothing crazy. It'll get the job done, no problem at all. So let's get that thing cut out, and we'll get it tacked in and go from there. All right, here's a little piece that we mocked up. We got to put in there. You kind of see the contour of the bed here. Now this gets a little tricky, because as you can see, it's on 2 separate planes, okay? And the top of the 4-link bracket is curved. So we have some flex with this carbon, but it doesn't flex that much to where you can just really make that little snappy curve. So what we're gonna do is, let's grab this piece and we'll kind of sit up there and show them. So this is essentially how you would want it to go, okay? Flush. The problem is you see it would start coming close to the, upper bolt holes for the 4-link brackets. So we need to kind of just take this and space it to the edge of this tube like this, okay? Now, you might say, hey, how are you gonna do that? Because I still need to be able to mount this to something. If I have a gap there, there's nothing to mount it to. So what we decided is we're gonna take, grab it here. We're gonna take our ribbon strip, and instead of just doing it like this, which is not gonna work because like you said, the upper holes are gonna be messed up. We're gonna get it out like this, okay? So essentially it'll be like this. Now how we're gonna make that gap up is I have some thicker ribbon strip. So I'm gonna kind of do it at an angle, and I'm gonna break it at an angle. So it still meets this corner, but it'll be broken at an angle. And I'm gonna use some cardboard to find that angle before I mess up ribbon strip. But I do have a piece that's like I'll show you. It's thicker right here. See, this one's much thicker. Now I've done shrunk this one doing my windshield, so it's curved, but this is just for educational purposes. So again, there would be the gap, but there won't be any gap once we break it out here, and then I have something to mount the carbon to, and it still looks right. So I know it doesn't make much sense right now, but I think it will whenever you see it done. And this way it'll give us the room we need for these upper holes. Not that I think we'll ever need those, but what's the point of having them if you can't use them? So let's test on some cardboard. All right, we're back. Another day in the shop. A few things to address first. It's a new day, so let's remember 2 things a day. That's what we're working on this. We're gonna try and get this whole pocket here closed up. 2 things a day usually turn into 4, 5, 6, just see how far you go. So this is what we're working on right here. Now I told y'all, as you can see, the offset plane between this bar and that 4-link bracket caused a little trickiness, but I used cardboard and made a template. That way we don't waste material, because I can't afford to waste material. And you can kind of get the rough idea of, you see how it's tapered? That's gonna work good. That's gonna do everything we need it to do. I'm just kind of holding it up here so it's not exact, but you get the idea. And so what I wanted to do was transfer this to a ribbon strip, because you have to mount the carbon to something, so you need a ribbon strip. So I got me one, got it cut. I used that template, and you can see, look right here. See the taper? Now, let's set this unit up here. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure y'all can see this. It's a little difficult one-handed, but we'll get there eventually. And now the ribbon strips are down the front, and we got something to mount the carbon to up top, and put a sheet there. So yeah, I just want to kind of show y'all where we're at, give you a little update, show you what we're doing, and still using cardboard as a template, y'all. It's the cheapest thing ever. It's $30 for a huge roll. It's way cheaper to waste that than wasting actual material. So just remember that. Yeah, I'm gonna see about getting this clamped, and we're gonna get this tacked up there and see how we can manipulate this. This is kind of a little difficult area, but it's not the end of the world. I mean, look at everything else we've done so far. So this is just another thing. A little common sense will go a long ways. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. It's the best idea I had. I'm not saying it's the only way to do it. It's just the best idea I had. So, yeah. Hey, and y'all don't forget, hit the subscribe button, man. If you like watching this stuff, tips and tricks, watching this come together, hit the subscribe button. It's free. And you'll stay up to date with everything. Hit the little notification bell if you want. It'll notify you anytime I upload. Bare minimum, I try to upload once a week. That's like my bare minimum. Really, I like to put out 2 a week. This past week, I had a sinus infection, so that kind of knocked me out for a few days. I tried to work through it, but if y'all had a sinus infection, y'all understand. You ain't working through that. That's miserable, especially because I have to cut carbon. So feeling better now. We're getting back to work. Let's get that tacked in. Let's see about getting this panel put in here, and I'll show you how it goes. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm a lost to upload a video. I'm like doing bits and pieces here and there. I had a really busy week. We had a lot going on, so I didn't get to do a whole bunch. But here we are. Got all the ribbon strips in like we talked about. Let me wipe my camera. There we go. Now we have all the ribbon strips kind of tacked in there. I need to go stitch weld them out. And I got my panel cut. So now y'all can kind of see how it's starting to shape up here. Okay. So there's just one little piece left back there, but I won't do that until I have the tailgate put on there, and then I'm gonna make a panel right here, because like I said, my dry sump tank is going right here. So that panel it's flat, it's easy. I doubt I'll video that. A lot of stuff is repetitive. I don't want to bore y'all to death. If y'all want to sit there and have me do time lapses, then I'll do them. Drop a comment below, let me know. But as always, I appreciate all y'all. I'm probably gonna end this one off here. Just a small update. I'm sorry these aren't really long videos. I'm trying to get better at it. I've just had a really busy week, but we're still making progress. The 2 things a day. I come in out here and I try and at least achieve 2 things. I don't care if it's just cutting 2 ribbon strips, whatever. 2 things a day. That's what we keep going after. That's what we're working towards. So far it looks killer, y'all. I can't complain. Drop a comment below, let me know what you think, and y'all remember, share and subscribe. Subscribing, it's free. You'll have a notification. You'll get to be updated, and you'll get to see everything from start to finish of this deal. Okay. Hey, we're close to finishing up the bedside, and when I do the other side, then we're gonna set the motor in it and start worrying about turbo placement and piping and all that stuff. So it's about to start getting really exciting. This stuff is exciting, but you won't see it. I know it's there, but you won't see it. So it'll work out good. So, all right, guys. Appreciate all y'all. Till next time.